Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the pitch competition round two, coming to you live on Zoom and on our social media channels. Thank you for joining us. We're so happy that you're here. This is round two of our pitch competition. I'm Chris Chambers. This is Paul Chambers, no relation. And we are joined by 10 semifinalists pitching for their chance to win a $20,000 prize package and 5 judges as well. So thank you so much for being here. It's an honor.
Absolutely. We're so excited for our second round of the pitch competition. And what we're going to be doing today, again, 10 amazing companies are going to be pitching for 3 minutes followed by 3 minutes Q&A on our esteemed panel of judges. And these are businesses all in the direct-to-consumer subscription space. They started in the last 2 years, and they are here to tell you more about their business, about what they have going on, what they're building and growing into, in hopes of being chosen as one of 2 lucky finalists.
Yes, we will be judging these pitches. Of course, it's not just us here and our judges. We have 5 fantastic judges. We're so lucky to have them. We're going to give them a chance to introduce themselves. And Paul's going to talk a little bit about the grading rubric of how we break these pitches down and make sure that we're picking the best semifinalists. So I want to invite, in order of appearance, up to introduce yourselves. They're going to tell us who they are, company name, and what everybody's dying to know. What is your most recent media binge? We just a fun get to know you question. So we'll start with Shady Fares from Pitney Bowes, our presenting sponsor for this entire thing. So without Pitney Bowes, it wouldn't be possible. Shady.
Hey, Chris. Hi, everyone. Very excited to be here. It's been intriguing, challenging, exciting to read through all the businesses that we're going to judge today. I am Shady Fares. I am the Senior Vice President in Pitney Bowes, responsible for the implementation and launches of our clients and their onboarding. What media has I binged into recently? Actually, it wasn't me, but I wasn't by my choice. It has been the series The Flash, but that's mainly because my son was interested in it. So don't judge me on my taste here. It's my son's taste. So
That's good taste, though. Thank you for being here, Shady. Appreciate
I'm going to be honest. When I usually lead in with that, it's like, don't judge me. It's been The Bachelorette lately because my wife's been watching it, but I'm super into it. That's that's my confession for today.
Thank you for your honesty, Paul and Shady. Let's welcome up Jay Myers from Bold Commerce, one of our judges as well. Jay, tell us about yourself.
Hey, everyone. Also excited to be here. I'm Jay Myers. I'm one of the founders of Bold Commerce. We work with close to 20,000 subscription brands, so very passionate about the space. I've also been e-commerce store owner since 1998, so I'm on kind of both sides of the fence. And I guess my media binge, besides the Subta YouTube channel, I just started Outlander on Netflix, and it's really good. I'm on episode 5. I think I'm going to keep going.
Oh my gosh. You're going to get deep into some Scotland traditions.
Oh, and I have a glass every time I pour a glass of scotch and I watch it, and I won't watch an episode without a glass of scotch in my hand. So
that's awesome. That's so cool. Thanks for being here, Jay. Appreciate you.
My pleasure, man.
Rosa Harris is also a judge. Rosa, will you tell us a little bit about yourself as well?
Sure. So I'm a writer and journalist, have been for many, many years. I have places like Fortune, The Economist, wide variety of other publications in the US. My recent binge has been For All Mankind. It's a what if scenario type story in which the Russians land on the moon first, and the fallout from what happens there is really quite fun. It's on Apple TV. What else can I tell you about myself? I've been a judge on a variety of different things, from national magazine and newspaper awards to other business type awards. My writing these days is largely in the realm of AI and all things technical. That's me.
Rosa, oh my gosh, I think that Apple TV just got a new subscriber. I'm gonna get in there. That sounds fascinating. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. And I want to invite Jessica Young, our next judge, to introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica Young. I'm the Associate Director of Research at Digital Commerce 360, where I'm also a business reporter. And if for those of you who aren't familiar with us, we're a trade publication that has both an editorial website devoted to covering e-commerce, and then we also have a research arm that does tracks like thousands of companies all over the world, and we kind of look at their financial performance and collect a bunch of other metrics on them and do analysis and market reports on that end. And as for my business writing, I often do profiles of retailers like yourself. So I'm really excited. That's always my favorite part of the job, to kind of get into the origin stories and see how companies really build themselves up. So this is like a perfect fit for me. And as for my media binge, I guess more recently, this is an old documentary series that I'm just catching up on, but I've been starting the Roosevelts, the Ken Burns series. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for being here. And our newest addition to our judging panel, we've got Ben Parr from Octane AI. Ben, welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm Ben. I'm president and co-founder of Octane AI. And glad to collaborate again with a whole of good people at SubTab. Octane AI powers the zero-party data marketing and personalization for thousands of e-commerce brands. In particular, we have tools that help brands survive the upcoming cookie apocalypse and learn more about the customers and use that data to build a better, more personalized experience, like Shop Quiz, which lets you build quizzes, and conversational pop-ups, which is our newest thing that got announced in Business Insider this week. I used to be the editor of Mashable, did a bunch of other things. Mostly just excited to hear more about everyone's awesome subscription companies. And I guess we're doing a media binge too. My girlfriend and I just finished Succession. So looking for suggestions for the next one. We just finished season 2. So that was the most recent binge. What's the next one I need? Someone let me know.
Yes, and if folks could work that into their pitch, that would be very helpful for Ben.
Don't throw them off with that. Don't throw them off with that. Like, wait, I got to put that. I will give you the one right now, Ben. Ted Lasso, tomorrow, season 2 drops on Apple TV. I'm so excited.
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Great.
I love Ted Lasso.
If you don't like it, Paul will pay for your entire year's subscription.
Yes. After you buy an iPhone, you need to
I hear that. If I don't like it, then he can pay. I'll pick any subscription just on the planet. You can pay for it.
Yeah, sure, Ben. Anytime. Absolutely. I'm always happy to. But I do love Ted Lasso, by the way. So it's worth it. It'd be worth it. I'd invest in that for you. I think it's a good investment. So thank you so much to our judges. Awesome introductions. And thanks for being here. Our judges are going to be judging lots of different pieces of criteria along the way. There are 5 main points that they're going to be looking at, though, and those range from business model and idea all the way down to customer validation and rounding it out with the team. So trying to understand all those different aspects. The judges have a score sheet in front of them. They're going to be scoring along the way. At the end of the pitches and the questions, we're going to give them a couple quick minutes to put their scores in and tally things up and continue to move through the pitch competition. So thank you again to our esteemed judges for being here today. So honored to have you here.
And those scores will be tallied up and we'll get to announce the winner. I'm jumping the cart and the horse here, but on August 3rd on a live. So stay tuned for that. We'll remind you. And it's enough of us talking. And I know you're all here to see our pitch competition. So we're going to get it started. We've got 10 semifinalists for you. We're going to go through in a randomly selected order. Our first presenter from the 2050 company, Greg Gibson, come up onto our virtual stage. The virtual applause are roaring right now. We're excited to have you here. Go ahead and turn your screen on, your video on, and come on up.
Great. Thanks a bunch, Chris. Can you hear me and see my screen okay as I go into presentation mode?
It is in non-presentation mode still. There you are. Perfect.
Beautiful. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. Well, hi, everybody. I'm Greg Gibson, a co-founder at the 2050 company, and we're based out of Seattle. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today. So Project Drawdown, the world's leading resource in climate change solutions, has identified reducing food waste as the #1 best way to prevent global warming of 2 degrees Celsius by 2050. Of all the food categories, fruits and vegetables are the most wasted food group, with over 50% of American produce going uneaten every year. Accordingly, we created our flagship product, the 2050 smoothie, which is the first instant smoothie powder made with upcycled fruits and vegetables. It replaces perishable produce in your kitchen. It can easily be blended with ice and water in under 30 seconds. And most importantly, it maintains the same taste, texture, and nutrition as a typical delicious fruit smoothie. So while the 2050 smoothie is perfect for anyone looking to add convenient nutrition to their diet, it's also specifically designed to reduce weight at every step along the produce supply chain. We buy surplus and imperfect produce from farms and distributors, which reduces waste at the source. We then remove all water from this rescued produce, effectively eliminating waste due to perishability. And finally, we grind it to a fine powder so that a beautiful strawberry and an ugly strawberry become identical. So when you're drinking a 2050 smoothie, not only is it great for you, but it's great for our planet too. My co-founder, Austin, and I first came up with the idea when we were looking for a way to quickly meal prep while reducing our food waste footprint. Since blending up our first smoothie in 2019, we pitched at multiple competitions and launched a successful Kickstarter campaign where we reached our funding goal in under 3 days and raised about $40,000. Now, because most people who drink smoothies drink them on a daily basis, the 2050 smoothie is the perfect product for a subscription model. Over the past few months, we've been running a beta version of our smoothie subscription box, where subscribers can have a variety of flavors shipped to their house every month. With little to no sales and marketing investment, the initial traction has been good while selling our current product, which comes in this 10-pack bulk powder bag. With that said, we're more excited for what's coming next. At the end of August, we plan to fully launch our smoothie subscription box when we release the new single-serve 2050 smoothie product line, which will come in these packets. So it's an on-the-go fruit smoothie that makes it easy to bring fresh fruit with you on your next road trip or backpacking journey. Subscribers will be able to mix and match flavors, and the price will range from around $3 to $4 per smoothie, depending on how many they purchase. Now, in addition to our core mission of achieving zero waste by 2050, this summer we're also announcing 2 additional pillars to support our vision of a brighter future. The first pillar is the Zero Hunger pillar, and we'll be working with the Outreach Program, a globally recognized nonprofit that's provided almost 600 million meals to people in need. We'll be donating our non-perishable smoothies and meals to people domestically and abroad. And then the other pillar, the Zero Plastic pillar, we've worked to make the company 100% plastic neutral. For every pound of plastic we use, we recover 1 pound of nature-bound plastic via our partnership with Repurpose Global. We hope all 3 of these pillars bring us toward a brighter and better 2050. And that wraps up the presentation. Thank you all for listening, and let's move on to Q&A.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I'd like to invite our judges up onto the virtual stage as well. Fire away.
So Greg, I will start. Awesome mission, actually. Congratulations on this. But I have a question first, actually multiple questions, but I leave others for the judges. What differentiates you from other powder smoothies? Is it the upcycling of the fruit, or is there something patented in your drying process itself?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say one of our biggest differentiator, as you mentioned, is the whole mission around reducing food waste and using the imperfect and rescued produce in our powdered blend. But also we do use a drying technology that's typical, that's different than typical freeze drying technology, that's less time and energy efficient, less time costly, and it's more energy efficient. And so, that helps us create an even better powder than you would get from the typical freeze drying process.
Can anybody copy that, or is it patented in a way?
So that's the technology that we work with our manufacturing partner. They're the ones that own it. And so that's why it's really important for us to, partner with them and build our whole brand around, reducing waste so that we differentiate ourselves that way.
Okay.
How do you source the produce?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we work with our manufacturing partner to source the imperfect and rescued produce. And so at this point, a lot of the produce is coming from fruit that would be, rejected during the manufacturing or processing stage in the supply chain. So for example, we actually went out to a blueberry farm where we get our, blueberries for our powder a few weeks ago. And we walked through their plant to, see where these blueberries are coming from. And a lot of times it'll be fruits, blueberries that are, slightly too small to get sent to retail, or they're not blue enough, or they weigh just a little too much or a little too little. And so things that would otherwise just get rejected and maybe wasted altogether, that's where like the vast majority of our rescued and upcycled produce is coming from.
I have a question for you. I've followed Imperfect Produce, now Imperfect Foods, and they've done really well for themselves. And it seems like you guys are a really interesting extension of that. You're taking it beyond the actual produce, but to extend the shelf life and things like that. In both, Imperfect Foods kind of mission, and also from looking at your site, it's very apparent that you guys are trying to use sustainability in your messaging because that issue is such a hot button issue right now. How are you guys thinking about that long term to make sure that you're conveying that properly to new potential consumers?
Yeah, I think it's really important to think about the sustainability at every step along the supply chain. I think one thing we really try to emphasize is how sustainable it is at the consumer level. Because even folks who are buying imperfect produce, a lot of the times, even if you buy this box of ugly produce, which is great, some of that fruit might still get thrown out or wasted. And that's why being able to extend the shelf life, where you have something that, stays good for over a year, is so unique and differentiated compared to some of these other imperfect produce companies.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Was that Jay? Do you have one quick question?
Yeah, I had one quick question. I actually subscribe to two different smoothie companies, so I'm like your ideal customer. One is Evive Smoothie and one is Kenko. One's actually a frozen one that comes. Kenko is very similar. They're a powder style. I wasn't aware that there was even like I thought I was doing good for the environment by already subscribing to smoothie. It's less strain on meat, which takes a lot more. Do you think customers are aware of the issue of like the environmental issues of smoothies already? Like I wasn't aware personally. And so I was a little bit not taken aback, but confused. It was kind of like there's a problem that I wasn't aware of. Do you find that is at the forefront of customers' mind, or do they need to be educated on that?
I think it depends. I think some customers are educated about it, but also when we first developed the company, we're looking at, different products that could have the most sustainable impact. And we were surprised at the vast amount of fruits and vegetables that are wasted. Like I said, 50% of American produce. And so it definitely takes a little bit of marketing to, teach the customers about this big issue. And I think it's something that's really relatable, easy to see. We're all used to, maybe not finishing all those strawberries in the container and throwing them out. So it's something that clicks really easily with customers once they get it. But yeah, it definitely requires, a little bit of education, just teaching them about the broader industry problem that exists, for sure.
Thank you.
It's great you're doing it.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you. Great presentation. Appreciate it. Thank you, judges.
Thank you, judges.
Awesome. Our next presenter, our next pitcher, Brittany Rhodes from Black Girl Math Chick. Make your way to our virtual stage here. And while you're doing that, I want to tell the folks in our audience that we are offering a promo code for our Sub Summit pitch or our Sub Summit tickets. And you can get those now or after this pitch competition. Pitch Live promo code for in-person tickets and Pitch Virtual for $25 off of virtual tickets. I'll explain it again as we go through this, but I wanted to mention it now. Brittany, your screen is being shared. I'm taking your time. When you're ready, please go ahead and start.
Thank you, Chris. Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany Rhodes. I am a math degree holder, a Carnegie Mellon MBA, a math tutor, and founder of Black Girl Math Chick. Judges, raise your hand if you've ever heard someone say, You know what? I'm just not a math person. Well, they're not alone. 93% of American adults experience math anxiety, which is defined as negative emotions around doing and solving math problems. Math anxiety has a much harsher impact on females and people of color and is a key reason why we are underrepresented in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, also known as STEM majors and careers. This is leading to limited career options, decreased earning potential, and these persistent racial and gender gaps are not going anywhere anytime soon. So how do you solve for math anxiety? You build math confidence. And my solution, Black Girl Magic, does just that. Black Girl Magic is the first and only monthly subscription box dedicated to increasing math confidence and decreasing math anxiety in girls on the 3rd to 8th grade math level. Through understanding customer needs intimately, we also include a checklist, a short on-time infographic, and an answer explanation key in our product offering. Subscriptions are $39.95 a month, and we source items both wholesale from third-party vendors and create items in-house, aiming to spend no more than $20 per box. We also have other revenue streams through our online shop, through through math confidence workshops, and through selling excess inventory. Right now, we're reaching our target audience through email marketing and earned media, and we are looking to expand that as we grow and scale. We have a winning team with years of experience being girls and working in or on our education. And we look forward to growing the team as we grow the business, and we'll have 3 new positions we'll be filling soon. Black Girl Magic is playing in 2 distinct but overlapping multi-billion-dollar markets and opportunity to create a winning formula for girls, but not just Black girls. We also serve customers from a wide variety of racial backgrounds, ethnicities, and genders. We have adults who subscribe who don't have children, and we serve teachers in schools through our bulk order program. And so far, the formula is working. Our customers are reporting increased math confidence in their girls, among other things like representation, empowerment, and Black history. Since launching in June of 2019, we have shipped over 3,000 boxes to over 35 states and Canada. And we have also received over $5,000 in box donations for subscribers who may be experiencing financial hardship, and we've donated to nonprofits. Your investment today will allow us to scale by investing in hiring, team expansion, beta testing for Boy Box due to user demand, and digital marketing. Won't you join me in sprinkling some Black Girl Magic and giving our children the math skills they need to succeed in class today and society tomorrow? Thank you.
Wow, was that your own timer too, right there? Keeping yourself honest. I didn't even turn on my screen. Thanks, Brittany.
That was my timer.
That's awesome. Thank you. Great presentation. You can go ahead and stop sharing your screen, and we'll invite our judges. I'd like to start with Ben first on this round.
Getting called out first. Well, no, so great job in terms. This is unique. I have heard a lot of pitches, but I haven't heard a pitch for something like this, and I get why. One question I had was around how you think about subscription over time, because obviously you are the girls that go through, like Black Girl, like Magic, are like eventually going to like get into different grades or maybe go to college or all that. Is like the plan to like stick into like a certain like grade category or make it so that they could like go and graduate up? Is it okay if they like eventually churn because they really learn math? I'm just curious kind of like how you think about like the long-term relationship you would have with like the girls in particular.
Absolutely. That's a great question. So our box currently serves the subscription serves. We have a 3rd to 5th grade box and a 6th to 8th grade box. So ideally, we would like to get them, when they're going into the 3rd grade so that they can be with us through their elementary and middle school career. But we also were getting some demand from parents of younger children saying, hey, what about my 2-year-old or what about my 3-year-old? So to mitigate that, we launched a kindergarten through 2nd grade bundle for last year, at the end of the year, which is not a subscription. It's just a one-time bundle just to test and see if this is an offering that families would be interested in. And we did get a lot of great feedback there. So we will be exploring that at some point. But we were also getting customers asking about, the boys, what about my son? So that's our most immediate need is providing something for the boys, but also we're looking at other avenues that the subscription has allowed us to explore. So that could be through children's books. We've had people ask about, will we potentially do an app because our box is entirely screen-free on purpose? So there's a lot of different opportunities for us to engage the customers as they go through, at the children, as they matriculate through their secondary education. And then at some point, for us, if a customer cancels because they say, my daughter's now headed into the 9th grade and she's on task, she's great. To us, that's a win because there is a social justice component to this as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had a quick question. Great job, Brittany. I actually, when I was reading through the pitches ahead of time, I actually shared your website with my wife. I have a 8-year-old daughter that I think has math anxiety. She freezes up. We've hired her a tutor. I don't know what we're spending, like $800 a month on a tutor. And what I'm curious about is, what other channels have you explored for marketing this other than finding it on the website? Because I see opportunities, because I've like when my daughter struggled, my wife and I just looked for, okay, what do we do now? And we started, but I'm curious, what other channels have you thought about as far as customer acquisition?
Absolutely. So we've been lucky in the sense that we have not done any paid advertising just yet and have been able to grow pretty well through earned media. We've gotten coverage from a lot of major outlets and national and international press. But now it's about that time, for us to start exploring social media ads. So Facebook ads, Instagram ads, maybe even Google ads. And last year, so when we launched, we initially were just on Cratejoy on their marketplace. And last year, we actually launched our website. So our website has been running for just about a year, and we're looking at ways to increase driving traffic to the website. So that could look like a blog. We recently added a mathematician hall of fame on there to highlight some of the mathematicians we featured. And we've also found success through podcasts and those types of things. But we're looking right now to really beef up our digital marketing. And so in terms of like Facebook ads, that's been the main channel we're interested in exploring next because we haven't explored it before.
Yeah, actually, I think partnerships with tutors might be a great opportunity where a tutor can give a kid a month free, or it's an added perk as well too. Maybe it's even different levels, but I think there's a lot of opportunities for more channels with that. So
yes. And we do also, we have some schools who subscribe or who do one-time orders for their district, for their population. And through our box donation program, we've donated to organizations like the Boys and Girls Club. And whenever we donate to organizations in that way, we put a flyer in there just in case the parent is like, what is this that you're bringing home? So we include a flyer so that they know more about who we are. We have a coupon code on there. And then I do a lot of speaking engagements, both paid and pro bono. And typically I will have some type of coupon code in tandem with the speaking engagement to drive people to the website as well.
Great.
I have kind of a follow-up question to that, Brittany, because I was thinking about how great like partnerships with schools and tutoring companies would be too. Is there a thought of changing the items that you have in the box, or doing some sort of bulk bundle or something, depending, like, if so, is that a challenge for you guys? Is that something that you need to start thinking about now? I'm just curious, like, what that looks like if you were to go that route.
So let me make sure I understand your question, Jessica. So you say you're saying you're saying changing the items in the box in terms of the product mix?
I guess just more like if you're dealing with a classroom versus an individual student, or if it's a tutor versus a parent who's doing the, kind of supervising, if that changes what you guys have to put in there at all, or if you think that they're versatile enough to be used in each of those, instances. I'm just curious what you guys are thinking about, what that looks like.
Yeah, that's a great question because we actually have, so it's interesting because we have our B2C audience, which is mostly parents and other familial caring adults. But we also have some teachers who subscribe individually for their classrooms, and they'll like give out the boxes as prizes, or they'll use it to kind of supplement what they're teaching. And so we have a survey going right now, and one of the teachers have mentioned, they want more activities, more math lessons in the box. So as we're running this survey, we're actually in real time learning, what our teachers need more of. We did create a teacher guide a few months ago, because the Caring Adult Guide that we include in the box now, it's more so targeted toward the parent who typically has her own math anxiety that she's working through. So for the teacher, we want to provide something that's a little more robust and that's a little more in line with maybe the curriculum they're using. So yes, that is something that we are exploring as well. And even what is it like? It's because, as I mentioned, it's a screen-free product. So what does it look like for a teacher to be able to have a digital component where they can print as many workbooks as they would like to, or print as many math affirmations as they would like to? So yeah, that is something that we're exploring.
Great questions, judges, and great answers, Brittany, and fantastic pitch. The virtual audience is cheering for you right now.
Thank you, virtual audience.
Thanks so much for joining us, Brittany. Really appreciate having you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, we're going to give our judges a few minutes to tally up their scores here and get ready for the next contestants coming up. While we do that, I want to remind all of our pitch competitors, as well as our audience, that our Cube Award nominations are still open, and they're going to remain open just for a little bit longer. If you haven't been to Sub Summit before, our Cube Awards are, as John Roman calls it, the Grammys of the subscription industry, where we award, admire, and have fun giving these amazing trophies to the top subscription businesses in various different categories, ranging from best men's subscription all the way down to best pet subscription, so on and so forth. It is absolutely free. You don't have to pay for the trophy. You don't have to pay for the nomination. You can nominate yourself in up to 3 categories and then go back and do it again if there's other ones you think you should be nominated in. And it is Wednesday night this year at Sub Summit. So if you buy a ticket to Sub Summit as well, your ticket to the Cube Awards is included in that. We roll out the red carpet. We feed you an amazing dinner. We have an amazing award ceremony, and then the after party right afterwards, all included in the Sub Summit ticket price. So we're so excited to be bringing that back again live this year. So again, make sure you go to subsummit.com, go to special events, and then Cube Awards and nominate yourself there now.
Awesome.
And with that, Chris, you ready to take it to the next one?
Yes. I'll be at the Cube Awards too. So, say that. And I want to invite Janelle Peterson up onto our virtual stage here from Wildlife Adventures. She's going to be pitching, and we really appreciate her being here. Janelle, you're sharing your screen in presentation mode, and you are ready to roll. I will go ahead and stop my video when you're ready.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. Well, as Chris said, my name is Janelle Peterson, and I'm the president of Wildlife Outdoor Adventures, and we are based out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. 4 years ago, I became a first-time parent, and I started thinking about my own childhood experiences and then the experiences I wanted my kids to have. And when I think about my childhood, I don't know about you, but I think about a time when Fortnite meant tree fort. Your curfew was dictated by the streetlights, and Find My Friends meant locating the nearest pile of bikes on a neighboring lawn. Now, with the rise of technology, outdoor play and all its benefits are disappearing from childhood. A study in 2019 found that kids age 8 to 12 are spending over 5 hours online every day, not including schoolwork, and that was pre-pandemic. For too many children, their window to the world is no bigger than an iPhone, and the impacts are real, from mental health to a lack of basic physical literacy. We decided that kids need more wild in their life, so we created Adventure Kits. Each of our 12 kits come with quality custom gear, 3 unique activity cards. They are built to align with curriculum, and they have over 10 hours of skill building activities, tasks, games, nature inspired crafts, and of course, a merit pin to collect and celebrate each adventure. It's really everything kids need to develop essential life skills like leadership and creativity and resilience. Pre-launch, our focus group said that many kids-based subscriptions are awesome the day that they receive them and play with them and build with them, but when they experience experiment is done, the cookies are baked, or the rocket ship is assembled, often the materials get thrown away or they collect dust. So we made a very strategic decision to launch our initial offering as a closed loop 12-month program so that each month can build on each other. So the kids will be asked in kit 4 to go back and grab materials from kits 1 and 2 and 3. And now they have all the equipment that they need to, say, build a tent structure. So the kids are encouraged to go back over and over again and use the materials. In one short year, we have shipped out over 5,000 kits across Canada. So we're just Canada-wide right now. We've shipped into literally every province and territory. We've had over 1,100 unique subscribers, and our revenue to date is just over $300,000. Our average customer acquisition is about $20, and our customer lifetime value is around $280. Right now, with our initial offering, we have a discounted pricing structure that offers 1, 3, 6, or 12 months, as well as sibling kits. We've predominantly been doing digital advertising, but seen a lot of success in partnerships, PR, and events. And you're wondering, does it work? Well, our subscribers, emails, and testimonials don't like the product, they love it. So looking forward, our team is super excited to scale and build more offerings and launch into the United States. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Awesome. Let's bring the judges up. What kind of questions do you have for Janelle with amazing customer acquisition and lifetime value costs?
Yeah, I wanted to congratulate you, actually, Janelle, that 280 lifetime value. It seems they are like 7 months in the average. And it seems you had some that actually went through the 12 months program as well. Do you have any?
Quite a few, actually.
Yeah, that's impressive, really. Do you have any plans for beyond that, how to keep them engaged or developing this?
For sure. So right now they get 3 to 4 pieces of quality gear in each box, along with 3 different activity cards and a nature craft. So our concept is to then extend the program where they'd keep receiving activities and crafts based on the equipment that they've already gotten. So a lower subscription price, higher margin, and we can continue that to add to that customer lifetime value. That's one of our.
Yeah. Do you have who's building those kits and like coming up with the content? Do you have like anybody consulting in this, or is it just your life experiences? Or?
It's part of our life experiences. Myself, my 2 co-founders that own cumulatively 25% of the company, we all have business backgrounds. The other 2 are actually engineers by trade. I'm commerce and MBA background in sales and marketing. And our gap was in education. I've worked in universities and education before, but we have contracted a curriculum director who's actually a school teacher and also has her MBA in entrepreneurship. So she's been helping us develop the pillars for the curriculum and then make sure we're staying on task in each box.
Great, thank you.
How much adult supervision is required for these activities?
We say ideally the kids are 8 to 12 to do them independently. However, we have subscribers as young as 4, 5, and 6 that do the activities with more parent guidance.
I'm wondering if you can describe one kind of activity that a kid would be involved in.
Sure. So for example, the first kit is their bare essentials kit. So they learn how to properly pack and prepare for trips and adventures. And we create all of our boxes so that they can be done in the backyard or the backcountry. So for that one, they receive like a tree medallion where they learn the different phases of a tree. And then we ask them to go outside and dig a small hole so that they can see if bugs will come and live underneath their tree cookie. So that's a very easy, unsupervised activity they can do in the front yard or on a camping trip. And then more complex activities are something like in our cookout kit, where we actually show them how to create a water filter using a tarp from kit number 4, a bandana from kit number 5, and so something like, and some other components, but that would be a little bit more complex but an 8-year-old who's super outdoorsy can handle it as well.
Thanks.
I have a question. This is I feel like this is like my shopping channel here, because I got the smoothies, I got the math for my daughter. I'm out at our cabin right now at the lake, and I'm always trying to find like good outdoor activities for my kids. One of the things, I have my daughter subscribed to Kiwi Crate, which isn't exactly the same, but it's a similar kind of concept. It's like crafts and things. And
Totally.
the thing I struggle with is sometimes we don't get to it. There gets to be 3 or 4 boxes. And then my wife says, Jay, do we really need this subscription? And I say, yeah, we'll do them because I like doing them with her. But how do you, if you take out the box, is there any other value that the subscribers get?
So we have a parent resource center. Is that what you're kind of alluding to on our website?
Yeah, like I think the killer component to these types of things is some membership aspect of like, can the kids maybe post pictures of what they built, or a community or a group? Can they like have different earned, like, is there some aspect of that access to something other than the product, if they get to the point where like they don't get to it for a couple of months, but there's something else? Have you given that any thought? Or
Yeah, like we'll do seasonal things where we direct people. We have a Facebook group as well as our Facebook page and our Instagram page. We'll direct people to more seasonal things like making recycled paper for your Valentine's, or we did some plant charts and things like that. But it also going back and encouraging use of the products that are actually in the box. So trying to inspire that. They can also pause at any time. So we have families that are like, you know what, we're really active in the summer, but we need help in the shoulder seasons in the winter. So they tend to get more kits in the winter. And then we have customers that are like, we want more kits in the summer. And then we do organized sports in the winter. So the idea is to keep them coming back to the equipment and the tools that are in the kits to continually use them. And I think that's a big differentiator from KiwiCo.
Yeah. One thing my daughter loves, do the kits have names? Like each month, is it a different theme?
Oh yeah, they're very thematic. There's Into the Night, and Lead the Way is all about navigation. Take Cover is all about sports and natural shelters. Safe and Sound, and they're all kind of color themed. And the other thing that really differentiates us is we went out looking to source some really cool outdoor things for kids, and we couldn't find them. So we've created and custom manufactured a lot of, probably 80 to 90% of the products in our boxes are custom manufactured by us, which allows us to control that value chain a little bit, and also allows us to customize. So, the colors of the boxes when you open them are very thematic and well designed, and it feels like a real experience.
My favorite thing my daughter does when we get an email from Kiwi Crate that it's coming is she looks up the name, and then she goes on YouTube and she searches for kids who like make a video doing it.
Yeah, we definitely have a gap in community building. It's just been a human resource, but I think there's a big opportunity to build that community. And I even see, some sort of subscription-based app where kids can come on and connect, even though I think we're going to be the bridge between the devices and technology and the outdoors, so that they can show where they've identified plants or showed where they've done different activities.
Awesome. Janelle, thank you. Thank you. And judges, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Awesome job. That's very cool, and something, I've got 4 kids at home, and the world's most amazing wife teaches full-time normally, but takes care of them here in the summer. So I'm going to be looking into that for our household to keep them entertained and doing some fun things too. So thanks for being here.
Jay's a subscriber to all 3 of these companies already. So
right.
Thank you, Janelle. We'll keep moving right along, and we're going to invite our next pitcher up onto our stage here, Andrew Smith from DigiPatient Limited. Jay says he's going to be a subscriber in our chat.
Yes, he's definitely going to be. You know, the one thing I was going to say about that last one too, it's almost like I feel like sometimes my 4 kids are like that wildlife adventure themselves. So we get a fridge box and stuff them into it. They could be the subscription box themselves, the wildlife adventure box.
Awesome. Thank you. And Andrew, I see that you're sharing your screen. I'm going to go ahead and stop my video. When you're ready, take it away.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris. Hi, everyone. I'd like to share with you the need for DigiPatient. Take a look at all these photos. We have a physician at a specialty clinic who's tired of doing his paperwork. We have a veterinarian having trouble finding records on his old system. And we have a body artist who's rushing to get his set ready because there's a lobby filling up with people. What do all 3 of these individuals have in common? They all struggle with handling paperwork in their facilities. Paperwork costs facilities millions of dollars every year. So I've decided to create DigiPatient to solve that problem. DigiPatient is a paperless, cloud-based patient engagement system for medical facilities. So what do? We make it simple to create, fill out, store, and access forms in our cloud. And if you can see here, we have a clinic eForm creator, clinic eForm preview, our patient eForm filler on their phones, and also a patient record display so they can see exactly what they typed in when they were at the doctor. DigiPatient does what the competition can't. We have a mobile eForm creator, an eForm to PDF converter, a mobile eForm filler, and also a mobile check-in and log. Companies like Hilo only have 2 of the 4 offerings that we currently supply, and companies like Epic and UpDocs don't even have any software the way that we have it today. And if you're thinking about our scalability, DigiPatient has plenty of room to do so. In the US alone, there's $6.1 billion in the telemedicine market. In my hometown of Las Vegas, there's $40 million here. And by 2024, DigiPatient is expected to reach $3.6 million of the obtainable market here in Las Vegas. And that's just in Las Vegas alone. So how can it be sold? We plan to use the business-to-business model, modeling it as a patient engagement solution to companies such as veterinarian centers, specialty clinics, and piercing and tattoo parlors. Our services will be sold as a subscription at $200 a month. DigiPatient plans to be used in 1,500 clinics by 2024. By 2022, our first year, we expect to reach 250 clinics. By 2023, we're trying to double that, expecting to reach 500 clinics. And by 2024, we expect to reach 750 clinics, equaling out to that $3.6 million that I showed you in an earlier slide. And how will it be adopted? We plan to use organic growth strategies using clinic referral programs, networking with local physicians, and for sales, we're going to reach 120 demos a month with a 20% post-demo conversion rate. And for marketing, we want to use press kits, conferences, interviews, and documentaries, as well as telemedicine-focused channels for advertisements. And our team is one of the best. We have a neuroscientist and EMR specialist on our team, iOS and Android developers, and as well as a medical practices success manager. We've even received interest from companies like the Tropicana Animal Hospital, the Piercing Shop, You Are First Home Health, Neurology Center of Las Vegas, and the Desert Orthopedic Center. Thank you so much for your consideration. And if you'd like to take a look at our suites, we have getdigipatient.com, focused for body artists and specialty clinics. And then we have digipet.com for your furry friends so they can check in just as easily as we can. So in a nutshell, that's DigiPatient, and thank you so much for your time.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you. That was fun.
Good, folks, judges, if you want, can you put that slide back up with that QR code so folks can scan that in case they didn't get that? We'll leave that up for just a moment. I'll pull it down while you're answering some questions, but I just want to leave that up. And judges, take it away.
So this is it's different than the other pitches because this is more SaaS subscription. If I am under as I'm understand I'm reading in terms of the kind of business. There's lots of types of subscription. This is more B2B. You're selling to the clinics. So if I'm putting on my investor hat as an investor, I know you want to go and raise money down the road. Most software companies have to.
Right.
How do you expand the market? How do you expand over time so that you can justify the valuations you need and the money you need to raise in order to achieve that vision? So to give you some additional context, in software and SaaS software, lots of investors really look for companies that can make eventually at least 100 million in annual recurring revenue per year. That's like the benchmark in the SaaS world. So like the numbers you showed are like you can like the first product wouldn't get there. So how could you like how big do you want to go, and how would you expand over time with that context?
Right. So to answer your first question, how big do I want to go? DigiPatient, I truly believe can be used by the world. If we really want to think about sustainability, going paperless is going to be a serious need. If we want to, reduce the deforestation and the CO2, that we put into the atmosphere. So I do think it can reach a global status. And how I plan to get there is start in my own backyard in Las Vegas, do business to business at first, and get the credibility and the traction that I know how to handle HIPAA compliance and security and safety for patients and as well as animals. And then once I have that credibility, I want to reach out to or even get approached potentially by a reseller, somebody like Pomelo Health, even Epic or Upducts like I showed you, and then get implemented as a part of their entire suite. So they have like actual practices, patient engagement, and then like post stuff like outpatient kind of things. The patient engagement sector, a lot of times for larger companies, is lacking. And if we were able to be resold to all of their, clinics that are in Nevada and California and across the nation, that's how I'll be able to scale to that $100 million benchmark that you're speaking of. That's what I plan to do. And we are only 5 months into building this software, and we have a couple of pilots that are coming up for veterinarians and specialty clinics. So I'll be able to hone in and really be able to figure out exactly what their needs are, fix those, become credible, and then, take it to the moon that you're speaking of.
Maybe I'll build on Ben's question, Andrew. One challenge I see is how you're going to integrate to all the different patient management systems on the back end, because each clinic would have its own vendor on a patient management system on the back. So thinking of the 1,500 clinics that you want to be in such a short time, it seems like a huge team that you would need to have, as well as a lot of investment from the beginning to just reach the goal you're putting out there. Any more you can talk to this?
Absolutely. So I found that in the veterinarian space, they do not need to be HIPAA compliant. So the software that they use is something that's just randomly spun up by, a company that wants to handle scheduling and appointments and record keeping for veterinarians. And then they go ahead and supply it. And then as long as they're saving that data, in a way that they can access it again, then, it's fair game. So in my mind, I want to be able to attack the veterinarian space first, and then gain some funding and then revenue from there, perfect my HIPAA compliance, and then step into the space of we're able to save information securely with people's furry friends, and then step into that space saying, hey, we can do this for your specialty clinic too, by way of your vendor, and then become implemented that way too. And then you're right, a year or two down the line, we would need some training, and then showing people how to use our software, and then support, 24-hour support too.
Okay, we got time for one more question.
I was curious, you started hitting this earlier, but I'm with speaking about how kind of the patient engagement side of things is lacking. I'm wondering if you can tell us a little bit about what, tools, what myself as a patient would be able to see on there, or how I interact with it, and how that might be different from something else that's out there.
Right. So that's a really good question and exciting to answer it. Normally, when we go to the specialty clinic, it's our first time. We walk in, and we're there for our appointment, and they give us a lot of paperwork, and we sign it up. We sit there 10, 15 minutes and hand it back. That experience inside the lobby, filling all that paperwork, is what I'm working to, become non-existent or a time in the past, where once you get that referral and that phone call from the specialty clinic, they have you an email. They have you download DigiPatient. They have created the forms on their end, and you as a patient fill out the form on your phone from home days before your appointment. You fill all that out, And then you can visually see, okay, this is my insurance, this is the date of my appointment, my name and email, phone number, all the information that you've put in that you normally would at the doctor's office from home, you submit and it goes to the cloud. Another piece that I do have in my software that I'm really excited to be able to use in the wild once it's actually on the show floor is the QR code generation and QR code scannability of your patient record. So when you go to the doctor, all the stuff that you've typed in, your insurance, history, your pain levels, everything is compiled into a QR code. On their side, they have the scanner, and I've built it in a way that only DigiPatient QR codes can be read by a DigiPatient scanner, which is really neat. And then they scan your information, verifies that it's you, goes back to the cloud and updates anything if anything has changed, and then you just go back to your seat and wait 5-10 minutes for the specialist. So paperless, it's more efficient, and I'm working to make this very simple so most age groups can use it. As our elderly citizens, the people who potentially may go to the doctor the most, can use this system, as well as people my age and kids younger than me as well.
Andrew, thank you for answering those questions. Judges, great questions. Andrew, great pitch. Thank you.
Awesome. Very cool. Hey, Chris, do you want to remind people, give judges a minute to tally up their scores here, get those together, remind people the Subsummit discount codes again?
Yes, that was great. I was thinking the exact same thing. Yeah, we're having $100 off of our live tickets. Promo codes are going to go in the chat. Lawrence got those copied, going to paste them in there. And then $25 off of our virtual ticket. Those promo codes you can use and save some money on getting to our amazing Subsummit in Dallas and virtual. So
and just a reminder for everybody, everyone's health, safety, and security is of the utmost importance to us. We're going to be doing a lot of things and following CDC guidelines and making sure that we can come back and meet together in a healthy, happy, and safe way. We've done some previous lives. You can find our YouTube channel with all the details about all the different things that we're doing, some more details on our website. We know there's a lot of headlines out there right now talking about various different things happening in the world. We're always watching those and always making sure we're doing the best things for our community. So we want to make sure and reassure you that we're going to be looking out for you as we continue to do our best to move forward.
And I'm looking out for you right now and telling you that our next presenter is a food-related item. So if you're hungry, you're going to want to grab a snack. Kent Shola from Sushify, if you can come on up to our stage and take it away with an amazing pitch.
Hey, thank you. So I just want to thank Chris, Paul, Lauren from SUBTA and all the esteemed judges, and good luck to my fellow semi-finalists. Some of the concepts are really, really amazing so far, and I can't wait to hear the rest of them today. My name is Kent Shola. I am the founder of Sushify. My background's primarily in sales and digital marketing. I've worked for a variety of different tech startups here in New York City, financial services, and B2B. So you're probably asking, what does that have to do with sushi? Well, before or during, I had a side hustle that I started a sushi distribution business that grew to about 100 employees in 9 different states. So I feel like I'm one of the people here in the United States that knows a lot about sushi. But even more important, I'm super passionate about sushi. It's one of my favorite cuisines. If I could afford to eat at an expensive restaurant every day, it would be an omakase restaurant. I can't afford to eat at an expensive restaurant every day, so I'll even eat grocery store sushi. I love it, love it, love it. Sushi is a $22 billion market. It's one of the most popular cuisines in America, which I always found kind of ironic because it's not American, but it's definitely one of the most popular foods in America, particularly driven by millennials and Gen Z and all that. It's more popular than Italian in terms of restaurant sales. It's more popular than steakhouses. Both those two concepts are going down. Sushi is growing, and it dominates the delivery food apps such as Grubhub and Seamless. It's one of the most photographed subjects on Instagram. And I just think that there's going to be a sushi reckoning, if you will. So when I was sitting in my apartment here in New York City, where I'm at, all my favorite restaurants started closing down during COVID. I was looking for experiences to do with my wife and my 2 young daughters, and we love cooking. We have a small kitchen here, as many people do here in New York City, but that small kitchen is kind of the center of what we do at least once a day. So we ordered every single meal kit there was. I ordered all of them. I tried all of them. I think they're all great. They're fantastic. But what I really wanted was a meal kit for sushi. I thought there would be one. There's some that come from restaurants that are local. They're put together in a different way than how I would put together a meal kit. But there was no real meal kit for sushi. So I decided to create one. So what is Sushify? Sushify is a highly differentiated monthly meal kit experience to make sushi at home. We provide everything for this memorable in-home experience, from the finest sushi grade fish, all the hard to shop for ingredients, which for many people in many parts of the country, they don't have an Asian grocery store that they can go into. And even if they did, who feels comfortable buying things off the shelf? Some of the ingredients are quite esoteric. So we provide all the sushi making ingredients in a box and ship monthly. Quite simply, Sushify is a reimagining of how to experience one of America's most popular and still growing cuisines beyond dining in, beyond takeout, and beyond delivery. So I was asked, what is our core value prop? So I think our core value prop is getting, and I don't have a presentation, as you can tell, I just have some props. Our core value prop is getting something like this to look more like this. That's what we do. With our boxes, you can take fish, which we vacuum pack. Depending on the type of fish or the type of sushi roll, we'll pre-slice everything. We'll give instruction booklets every month on how to put everything together, and we walk them through the wide world of sushi. We launched just 172 days ago on January 25th, so we haven't been in business that long. We are getting ready to ship out our 7th box this Monday. I fly personally to Kansas City every month to do this, because if there's one thing that I respect is how hard it is to put together these boxes in bulk and get everything out. My back hurts, my arm hurts. I just can't believe how hard it is to do this, but it's super important to nail the operations. And winning this SUBDA pitch competition would allow us to exploit the intersection of a few different points. The rise of sushi. We are all reckoning, I think it was Paul that just said, we're all coming through kind of this post-COVID reset of what it is to dine out or to dine in. And I think that's going to change for us in terms of more experiential learning and more experiences. There's an increased demand for experiences in the United States, and I think that that's really the core of what Sushify goes at. Over the next couple months, we have ideas planned to do this all sustainable box because we all know that oceans are being overfished. More customization. We have people just today that said that they're kosher and they can't eat a certain type of fish. We don't allow that, but I'd like to. All vegetable sushi, which we're allowing, and a box for kids and parents, kind of going off to how I started Sushify in the first place. So which one of you sharks wants to swim with the fishes with Sushify? Oh, sorry, that's the wrong pitch, but basically that's it. And I want to thank everybody for your time.
Thank you, Kent. We appreciate it. Judges, got time for some questions here.
Just sushi or sashimi as well?
Sashimi as well. This month on Monday, we're doing akami tuna, escalar, and I think salmon. So 12 pieces, pretty thick. Yeah, so not just sushi, we do gunkins, hand roll, stuffed sushi, pressed sushi, big fat sushi, sushi burritos, Hawaiian poke, which is sort of sushi. The world of sushi is more varied than you can imagine.
Could you talk a little bit about whatever challenges you have in terms of shipping these items with, food safety issues? I'm just curious how you guys have managed that part of it, because I'd imagine with, fish, it's a big issue that you have to tackle.
It is. So with fish and actually any food item that you ship across state lines, at least in the United States, you have to have you're basically FDA regulated. When the FDA comes in, we have to show up with HACCP plans, pH balance logs. We've got that all covered because of my former life distributing sushi across 9 different states. Sushi is sometimes maligned a bit as causing a lot of food sicknesses, but I can tell you that more people in America get sick over unwashed scallions than they do over sushi. And most sushi is, most sicknesses are basically off of shellfish, such as oyster and things like that. We don't do oyster sushi or anything like that. So we take safety in mind. Getting it from point A to point B though, Jessica, that is a huge challenge. So we use a combination of dry ice. There's a certain volume that you need inside these boxes of dry ice to gel packs. Dry ice sublimates within about a day and a half, turns to a gas. So after it sublimates, let's say between here and Los Angeles over the Rockies somewhere, there will be no more dry ice. But those gel packs are rock hard solid, and that takes it from the Rockies to Los Angeles quite easily. We have had a few issues getting some boxes from point A to point B on time, but almost always it's because our shipping provider, in this case UPS, had a problem with weather or something like that, completely rebate everybody and ship out a second box right away.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Judges, we have time for one quick question if you have one.
I think it'll be quick. I love the idea. I think it's awesome. Every time I go for sushi, people always say, "Oh, I want to learn how to make this." You don't get that when they go out for like pasta or something else. Right. So I think I think it solves that perfectly. Similar question I asked earlier. Like, do you have any aspect of access? Like what do members have a once every couple months I can get on a Zoom call and like watch the proper way or do this together or have exclusive events? Because I think this would lend itself really well to that.
Yeah. So we've only been in business now for about 6 months, but that is completely something that we want to do. We want to do more video recipes. We've been doing a lot of these types of recipe cards where each one has like, about 20 pages of recipes, and they're pretty good, but watching how people learn how to make sushi is really watching it. So more video recipes, more guest chefs where they can tune in over a Zoom experience, such as the one that we're having right now, to walk people through how to put together sushi, how to slice it, certain techniques about how to tuck it and roll it. Those are all nuances that you don't quite get in the written format. But yeah, Jay, that's something that I dream about having within, by the end of the year.
Cool. Awesome. And hopefully you can ship to Canada soon.
Yeah, I know. If you can help me with your customs, few boxes pretty easily.
Thank you, Kent. Thank you, judges, for the questions. Really appreciate your thoughtful questions. Much more thoughtful than I would do. I would have probably asked, if you were a sushi roll, what would you be? But that's just me. Curious.
What is your answer to that question?
I'd probably be a spicy tuna, Paul.
Spicy tuna. I'm more of a California roll or a Philly.
Really?
I don't know what that means.
I don't even.
It's just the only two that I love sushi. There's a new sushi place that just opened up over here. It's got the revolving bar that moves around. Very cool.
Yes. And some fascinating stats in there as well about sushi being the biggest food in the nation and restaurants. And then also didn't think I would hear the term sublimation in a pitch today. So that was a bonus as well.
Learn something new every day.
Yes, we do. And we're grateful for it. And we're grateful for our presenters and our pitchers. And I want to invite our next pitch up here on stage, Tasha from Mama to Mama Box. I'm very excited. Tasha, thank you for being here. Tasha, are you muted and I'm up here alone?
Hi, look at my background's making me have
those are yeah, there's no people, judges.
Please don't judge on my
it's just
my dental hygiene.
It's so white and so clean.
Are we ready to go?
I'm ready to go. When I turn off my screen, take it away.
Okay. Hello, judges. My name is Tasha Pearson, and I'm here to tell you about Mama to Mama Box, the subscription box creating jobs in Haiti. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, with unemployment rates hovering around 65%. When families live in extreme poverty like that, they're forced to take extreme measures for survival. Case in point, there are 50,000 children living in orphanages in Haiti right now, and 80% of those kids have families living in the community that are just too poor to feed and educate them. The orphanage system does not solve the poverty problem. In fact, it's making it worse, because it's separating an entire generation of children from the pillar of society, mamas. Our nonprofit, Haiti Mama, works with the Haitian government to reunite children in orphanages with their families, and 70% of the issues that we see as social workers could be solved through employment. Thus, the Mama to Mama box was born. Our subscription box is creating demand for high quality, on-trend artisan products made in Haiti, and in turn creating jobs for Haitian parents. Mama to Mama is a quarterly subscription box. Our target market is mamas in the US and Canada. We procure and design every product based on market research. Our customers receive 6 to 8 products at a retail value of $180 or more. We include lifestyle products, jewelry, home decor, beauty products, and consumables like coffee and hot sauce. The base price of our box is $59 plus shipping, and we offer deals to acquire new customers and discounts on annual subscriptions. Our next box ships on August 13th with the goal of 450 boxes out the door. According to Subly, our year-to-date lifetime value is $697, and our churn rate is only 2.1%. We believe our churn rate is low because each box includes a booklet about the hands that made each item and the impact that income is having in their lives. The booklet brings the name Mama to life, connecting our customers to their tangible impact. And although those numbers are fabulous, let me share the data we're most excited about before I open up for questions. 100% of Mama to Mama box revenue is reinvested into the Haitian economy. And since our first shipment in 2019, we have invested over $145,000 into the Haitian economy, creating work for over 200 artisans. We have an ongoing demand to train and hire artisans at Haiti Mama, and have been able to empower many other artisan groups with ongoing production. I invite you, judges, to create jobs in Haiti with us, and I would love to take your questions. Sorry about my teeth.
Awesome, Tasha, thank you. I want to give the first question to our presenting sponsor, Shady from Pitney Bowes.
Thank you, Chris. Tasha, what an incredible mission. I actually wanted to go in and subscribe yesterday. I was looking at your boxes, but here's my challenge, and that triggered my question for you. How do I know the content of the boxes to get a flavor of what I'm going to get? I felt like what is your strategy on educating the people who want to subscribe on what am I actually getting, other than it felt generic for me, what the art pieces that I'm getting. So elaborate on that. Love the mission, love what you're doing.
Thank you. So people know what they're getting in the box based on our marketing. So we have 4 boxes a year, and they're all like unique. The products are all unique. We've never repeated a product yet. And so our subscribers love the surprise. And then to acquire new subscribers, we're just marketing mostly social media to entice them with more beautiful things.
So are you attracting them based just on the mission behind it, or what the content of the box? Because the mission is great, and that's what maybe you're marketing it. But I felt, again, I wanted to know, what am I getting? What am I gifting maybe? Or what am I, like, what those quarterly boxes are going to be in? Maybe that's a suggestion of more doing marketing on what the team that is developing these pieces are doing, or samples, or I think that the marketing piece is a suggestion that needs more. The mission is great. Obviously you attract the subscribers based on your mission?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. I think like our long-term subscribers are there for the mission, but we are able to pull people in based on specific products, but those people will churn over a little faster. But I agree with you that is like definitely our next steps is working on strengthening our marketing.
Thank you.
I'm wondering about the infrastructure for the donations. Like, how is that set up? How do the donations that you make from this project get distributed? Who's sort of supervising that part?
So our nonprofit Haiti Mama manages the finances for the Mama to Mama box. So we have a board of directors and an executive director. We process the subscriptions like a regular subscription box. We use Subly, and all of that income that's generated is put right back into our job creation programs. Like just in the last month, we've hired 3 new artisans. Like there's a real demand happening with the growth of the box. So it's exciting.
Okay.
You mentioned before how you guys have never used the same item twice. I don't know if the group of artisans is the same for each subscription box or not. I'm just wondering if there are challenges associated with teaching a new, skill set or whatever else, the machinery that's required to produce something. How do you guys do that if you're tackling so many different sorts of products?
Yeah, so we have artisan all throughout Haiti that have specific skill sets. So like right here, that's a cheese board made out of mahogany and cow horn. We have a specific artisan group that we work with every time we want to create something with wood or horn. Or like at Haiti Mama, we have seamstresses who are working on. So within all of the skill sets that we have with artisans, then we design products that work for the market that they can create. So it's kind of like we're designing and procuring and then giving the project to the artisan. So it's been easy to keep it a variety so far.
Tasha, thank you so much for your presentation, your pitch, and answering questions. Judges, thank you for your questions. Amazing what you're doing. So cool. I got chills during your pitch, so thank you.
Ooh, thank you. Okay.
Awesome. Well, we're going to move right along into our next pitch. Our judges are tallying up their scores right now, and very excited for our next presenter as well, who will be coming from the Broadway Boxed Up. Anant Das, come on up to our stage here. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Let me just share my screen.
Yes, and I'll just ask, people are probably wondering how much music will be incorporated in this presentation.
You won't hear me saying, I'll spare you all, don't worry.
Thank you. Again, thank you for being here. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name's Anant Das. I'm the founder of Broadway Boxed Up. We are the first theater-themed subscription box service, and our mission is to bring Broadway closer to the homes of fans while elevating the voices of BIPOC, deaf, disabled, and other theater professionals and organizations. Before the pandemic, I lived among the bright lights of Broadway in New York City, working towards becoming a theater producer while using my finance and computer science background in a business valuation job. When live events shut down last year, I realized I could bring Broadway to our homes and combine my passions for social justice, arts accessibility, and my love and expertise in theater. Our subscription box launched in October 2020 and is a $35 monthly box with a prepaid 3, 6, and 12-month option. We currently ship 250 monthly boxes to 45 states in DC and over 10 countries, and are expected to reach 450 monthly boxes by the end of the year. A majority of our subscribers are not near a major city, so we serve as their source of theater. We're currently at a monthly recurring revenue of $10,000, and we are making a profit. Each box contains 5 to 7 pieces of theater merchandise inspired by Broadway shows. This includes a variety of practical items, apparel, souvenirs, and collectibles. 2/3 of each box is designed and produced by us. So these are items you can't find anywhere else. The rest is sourced from the top theater-related small businesses, many started by out-of-work theater professionals during COVID. And we are currently working on partnerships with Broadway shows, merchandisers, and record labels to include their products in our boxes. Another 1 to 2 items each month come directly from the theaters, such as props and programs. Each box also includes 2 to 4 feature articles on theater professionals who were interviewed by us. Through these features, we educate our subscribers and increase accessibility to theater. We're excited to soon launch a partnership with a major theater news organization to include their article content in our boxes. Each box also includes access to virtual events, such as our popular live stream events with theater professionals, which give them a platform to organically voice their experiences to fans. These feature articles and virtual events are the primary way we work to achieve our mission of elevating diverse voices. Through this, our box is truly serving as a great connector between all of the stakeholders in the Broadway world. We also have additional revenue streams, such as very successful add-ons to our subscriptions and former popular items, such as this more expensive themed limited edition standalone box. As live theater is returning, given our ability to geographically target Broadway fans who have a thirst for theater, we're working out sponsorships with Broadway musicals that travel from city to city. Our partnerships allow us to increase our value in digital content provided with the merchandise in each box. For example, every subscriber currently receives access to a virtual Broadway murder mystery game. The prize money from this competition would allow us to build out the aforementioned content, add-ons, add a more robust website, as well as invest in email marketing to supplement our current paid and organic social media. I know I'm ecstatic to lead this revolution of Broadway accessibility and connectivity, and I'm excited to have been the one to figure out that it comes boxed up. Broadway boxed up. Thank you, and I'd love to answer any questions you may have.
Awesome, Anand, thank you. Judges, take it away.
So this one, so just like sort of context, my partner, my girlfriend is a award-winning playwright, New York City based. So like I understand like this area like well. Her name's Deborah Yarchin. Like the things that like go through my head after like going to so much theater like is like you get some of the reasons like people get some of the items is because like it's like it's memorabilia of the thing that they went to. Well, they have the same kind of connection with something that they maybe haven't seen yet, or maybe it's been a while since they've seen it. I guess what I'm like trying to understand maybe at the more broader level is like how you think about both expanding this over time and combating like churn, because if I'm getting a bunch of Broadway pieces over time, you know, like how is there like a certain point where I get saturated, or like how do you keep it interesting? How do you keep it so that I'm always like I want to not churn, because churn is always like the enemy of like subscription.
Absolutely. That's a great question. And we spend a lot of time trying to drive down our churn. And a few ways we've done that is one, increasing more digital content and access to virtual events. And these virtual events have included opportunities for them to actually meet and discuss things with their favorite actors from musicals. And so these are in Zoom. Sometimes we do Instagram Live, and I can bring them up to the virtual stage. We're looking at doing classes like Broadway choreography and things like that. So the value in that alone is we're hoping enough that if someone doesn't like the merchandise 1 month, it's something that we can provide to them. In addition, we also try to make sure we have some of the souvenir collectible items at popular shows, but we also try to have some more practical items. For example, beach towels, mugs, things that they can use in their everyday life, so they feel like 1 or 2 items in their box aren't just going on a shelf, but it's something they can use.
I just went, so you came back at the perfect time. I literally just finished.
Tasha? You're mute. I got on mute.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
No worries.
I was muted that whole time. All right, Judge, who's got another question?
I got what I was so happy to see that you have an aspect of like the virtual events, and there's more to it than just the boxes. I resonate with Ben. Like all the stuff I've ever bought have been when I've gone to one. Have you explored opportunities with partnerships with with theaters, with product, with events, with other benefits that members can get, whether that's like discounts to Broadway or that there's just like, I love the access to the Zoom events, but is there more you could do there?
Yes, absolutely. I'm so glad you asked that. So the past year and a half has obviously been devastating for the live performing world. But now that theater's finally coming back, the first play on Broadway is coming in August, the first musical in September. Now that things are coming back, a lot of these companies that I've reached out to are now very interested. And I'm actually in the process of having discussions. And my goal is, the idea is, where are the source for everything Broadway sort of outside of New York City or outside of the major city? And then we partner with them to direct them to the major city. So I'm partnering with the theaters in DC, in New York on Broadway, and providing things so that when they go to the city, they get discounts. They know where to get a tour of the backstage passes and things like that. They know where to eat and have the full experience. And then once they leave that, they want all that Broadway back every single month, and we provide it and quench that thirst when they can't be in the city. So it's kind of a synergistic cycle with the cities and Broadway. So that's exactly what we're going for.
Cool.
Great. Perfect.
Great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you very much for being here and for presenting. We appreciate it. I promised my coworker Lauren that I would not sing as well. I'm not gonna do it.
Just one.
No,
one verse.
I can't. I'm not. History has its eyes on.
You couldn't help it, could you?
Hamilton came out. I love it.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry. Thank you so much, Anand. We appreciate you pitching today. Great job. We're going to roll into our 8th pitcher from Cultures. Yeah.
We're down to the final 3, Chris.
On to the final 3.
It's been so amazing so far. Some amazing pitches. And here we are. We're coming down to the final countdown. We're so excited. So just some amazing pitches continue along here.
Yes, they do. Yeah. I'm relishing this, and I appreciate all of our pitchers so far. And Donna, we've got you on our screen from Cultures Magazine. So honored to have you here from Peru, right?
I'm in Peru at the moment.
Yeah, right on. Thank you for being here.
What did you say? Oh, I missed that last part. Sorry about that.
That's okay. I was just inviting you to take it away, and then I interrupted you as you were taking it away.
Thank you. I wanted to put on a timer, but I'll just have to wing it and hope I hit the 3 minutes. Okay. Thanks everyone for having me. My name is Donnie Aldine. I am editor-in-chief of Cultures, a global multicultural magazine. We also partner with Colorado State University, and where I teach a class called Media and Global Culture Identity. So I'm a professor there. I began travel at 2 weeks old. My mother is Trinidadian. My father is Costa Rican. I was born in the United States. And at 2 weeks, I traveled internationally for the first time. I grew up on 5 continents and traversed 7 cultures before adulthood. So I'm a former gift company CEO, and my experiences in media, marketing, and multiculturalism. All of this has everything to do with my box, which, as I hope you can see, I'm super excited about it. Okay. So Cultures is a global multicultural philanthropic lifestyle network. I know that's a mouthful, but it's dedicated to bringing or celebrating cross-cultural identity through media, products, and experiences. You know, when you have a foot in 2 or more worlds, like I did, as I just explained my background to you, or like I do, Cultures creates community for liminal identity. And liminal identity is people who are in between. So in our case, in between culture, race, ethnicity, nation, or location. So think immigrant, military brat, third culture kid. And what a third culture kid is what I am. You grow up globally and you straddle a number of cultures along the way. Cultures works to cultivate belonging in cross-cultural populations because everyone should feel like they matter. So our sweet spot, as you can see in the center of this slide, is we really focus on people of color when we start talking about globalism and multiculturalism. A big reason for that, especially in the United States, is many people aren't new majority ready. As of 2019, more than half of the people under age 18 are people of color. Cultures focuses on, as you can see on the top right, on hidden diversity. That's me. You would never guess I'm Afro-Latina. You would think I'm Afro-American. Hidden diversity is the diversities that we can't see about people, or maybe an immigrant or a hidden immigrant. Globalism, again, that's immigrants, refugees, expats. And on the bottom right, the culturally fluid. So those, again, are the people who straddle race, ethnicity, nation, or location. So multi-ethnic, multi-racial people. Our audience is cross-cultural or in-between identities, as I've described. Our mission is to increase human connection and nurture community in this population, this cross-cultural population. And our vision is to help answer the questions, where are you from? Which often gives a deer in the headlights look from, or gets that from people like me who grew up around many countries, or what are you? Which is what a lot of multi-ethnic, multi-racial people get. And I think I'm covering up some of my words here. Okay, so we use media, products, and experiences to celebrate cross-cultural identity in our subscription boxes. Our award-winning media is Cultures Magazine. It's in print, it's online, and it's digital. Are you already giving me a warning?
I was just letting you know, yeah, you're at 3:30, and I was just
oh wow, shoot,
seamlessly let you know, but it was not seamless.
That's cool. Sorry, I needed to have my timer on so I could know. So I'll tell you quickly our box. Basically, we have bronze, silver, and platinum boxes that include media, products, and experiences for cross-cultural identity. We have a team that's award-winning from around the world. Our subscription box prices are from $129 to $499 a year. We give 10% back to cross-cultural identity around the world, and we reach 208 countries and territories, and our margins are 70 to 90%. We've been on a lot of media. That's our public relations strategy. And I'm ready to go with a number of partners as well. Thank you for giving me the extra time. I'm sorry I went over.
Okay, yeah, that was awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, Donnie. Let's invite the judges up here. Thank you.
Maybe you were planning on covering this. What is your pricing strategy or subscription? You said it's 129 to
$499. So we have bronze, silver, and gold levels. And basically each one gets media, products, and experiences. Every single box gets the magazine. That's what people want. We get a lot. We have about 90%, 95% retention rate on our magazine subscribers. They're looking for the community that we create, which is why I spent so much time talking about the population. It's a very interesting population that most people don't have. So at the bronze level, it's $129 a year for a quarterly box. At the platinum level, it's $499 a year for a quarterly box.
And you said it's both events, experiences, and the magazine.
So it's media, products, and experiences. And our products include original t-shirts, cross-cultural greeting cards, cross-cultural party kits that have videos to create food and create a dinner party. For instance, I'm here in Peru, and we just created a Peruvian dinner party. That's an award-winning kit in and of itself. So products like that, along with the magazine. And then you can have an experience either to be part of a university class to learn more about this cross-cultural population, or go on a trip. And again, in Peru, we just developed one down here to learn more about Indigenous people, cross-cultural populations, and how you can be more connected.
And how many subscribers do you have?
So we're actually pre-launch. We're launching this fall. For the magazine, we are in thousands of stores and 208 countries. And pre-launch, we already have 50 people who are ready to purchase the boxes.
Just to clarify, because so I also have experience in this area because I was the co-editor of Mashable in a previous life. So I understand media extraordinarily well.
Yes.
I'm guessing the magazine came first and has been around for a while. And I'm guessing that the subscription box is like an expansion backpack to the media company, because a lot of media companies expand into e-commerce as a vertical to go and their audience is looking for something that you've built a community. Does that sound right? Am I describing it correctly?
Kind of. I can understand why you'd see that. My background is 30 years in media, so I totally get it. But no, this was always the way that we wanted to go. It was always about building a community. And so the subscription is part of that. We've always been a lifestyle network with media products and experiences. And you were correct that we built out the magazine first.
Okay, and then so the subscription box though is new. And so the magazine has lots more subscribers and is not pre-launch, but the box itself is pre-launch, and you have some pre-order subscribers now. Is that right?
Correct. So we didn't focus on subscriptions before with the magazine. We focused on retail. And so we are actually just now going to advertise. Yeah, we never focused on
that. Makes sense. Okay, so you've been in retail. Now you're going now I have an understanding. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I know I ran through it. I'm so sorry. I should have took the time to put my timer on.
I was just wondering if you're finding ways to make use of or to expand your advertising base from the magazine into your box.
So I know it sounds very crazy. We did not do a traditional media model, so we didn't focus on advertising for the magazine either. But we do have great partnerships with Warner Brothers Home Media, with Turner, with Colorado State University, and we will be expanding those partnerships to the box as well. The magazine was self-funded by me. I put every dime of my blood, sweat, and tears and savings into it. And it's all about creating community and making a difference for people who often don't have a level of understanding, or others don't understand them because they're in that in-between place.
Is there benefits between subscribers of the magazine and the box? Are you treating them as completely separate? Like, I know you said you get a magazine subscription with, but is there benefits to one or the other?
To me, there's benefits to the subscriptions. So we have levels. We have like a free level, all the freebies that you can get just to be part of our community. Then there's a la carte, which is what a magazine subscription is part of. But then all of that folds into the bronze, silver, and platinum levels. So at the bronze level, you get the digital subscription. At the silver, you get the print subscription. And at the platinum, you get both along with products and experiences for all three levels. So yeah, when you look at just getting the magazine by itself versus getting the full subscription, if you want to be part of the whole lifestyle and be part of the community, it makes sense to do the full subscription.
Gotcha.
Great. Hey, thank you so much, judges, for your questions. Appreciate it. Illuminating that. Sorry to rush you, Donnie, through that presentation.
No, you're just fine. Thank you.
And thank you for starting this company as well. The mission is amazing. It's cool to see so many different startups and be inspired by the mission, and also inspired by people who are putting themselves out there. Not only pitching today, but also starting these companies takes a lot of chutzpah.
Yeah,
I really am inspired by that. So
I was gonna say, I think one of the things to remember and think about, especially during pitch competitions, is how much time and energy it takes to start a business, to launch it, to get to the stage that these businesses are at. And I think oftentimes we, as entrepreneurs, you don't give yourself enough credit for everything that you've done and accomplished so far. So a reminder out there to all the hardworking entrepreneurs and owners and team members that take a second to give yourself a pat on the back for everything you've done so far, because everything you've done is quite an accomplishment. Nice job.
Yeah, we see you and you are honored. And yes, thank you. Awesome. Let's with that note, let's move right into our second to last pitch with Shakir from Purple Bundle. Shakir, come on down. Thank you for being here today, Shakir.
Hey.
You got audio?
Hi, Chris.
Purple. All right.
Yeah, everything's purple.
All right, take it away.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Shakir. I'm the founder of Purple Bundle, a cross-bundle subscription marketplace with the aim to shorten and simplify part-to-purchase subscription-based product. So the problem that we are looking at is there's many startups in the market today, and they are also offering many products. And when you subscribe for all these products, you will face some challenges such as multiple payment mode, remembering many due dates, and monitoring several charges and fees on a month-to-month basis. And our solution is to have a bundle marketplace where we bundle products into a package where it's simplified for you, which means that there's only one payment transaction you need to remember, and there's only one due date, and there's only one total monthly fees. So, and of course, the more you bundle, the more you save, and you will save annually. And our future features is also of using usage metrics, where you can monitor your productivity and also rotation and sharing. Our key pinpoint is to target startups that wants to scale. And these scales are startups that wants to look into tools that can help them grow faster. And we actually encourage our startups to actually subscribe to forever free and free trial product in our marketplace. And that will encourage them to try out before even purchasing it. How it works is basically you go to our website and there are several products available in our website. And then you choose, try out a free trial, and then bundle those products, which will give you a total amount of monthly subscription. And we also will give you some savings of annual charges. And lastly, you can start managing and monitoring all your subscription in under one place. Our journey started last year, July, and our traction is about 480 plus, and we are now focusing a lot on our social media presence. We are quite active in TikTok, Reddit, and also Discord. And we are now getting a lot of customer feedbacks to actually fine tune our product market fit and our product model with a churn rate of 9.6. And we have about 35 vendors at the moment. And our future is to explore on social commerce subscription, where we introduce more features such as dynamic bundling and also improving our customer service. And our ultimate goal is also to have more vendors come on board. And also we're also looking more towards virtual credit and debit card. Our differentiator is we want to be positioned as a bundle specialist, unlike our competitor who are more towards Amazon of subscription. And we are more towards specializing in niche products. And the more you bundle, the more you save. And our key thing here is also to provide discounts to our customers who have more bundles with us. So to all our dear entrepreneurs, please visit Purple Bundle, come for the freebies and stay for the bundle. Thank you.
And thank you, Shakir. Appreciate you doing this. I know it's like 4 a.m. where you are.
It's 5.
Wow. You're a boss. Judges.
So Shakir, who actually subscribes? Is it the consumer or is it the companies that you onboard on your platform?
So mostly startups at the moment, and there are also freelancers who are individual too.
And is it so they're the providers of the subscriptions then, or the offering? Do they how do you monetize it, or what is the subscription structure like?
So we are on the reseller model. Sorry, let me just. We are in the reseller model. So we take about 10% minimum commission for every transaction from the subscription operator.
Okay.
There's a decent amount of companies that have tried to do this in the past. I've seen them, and there's like daily app deals of the day, and but then like the flip side is like, then there's other places like Product Hunt, which are like designed to like surface like the top like SaaS companies and make it easier to search for. So I guess like how do you, I guess my question is just like, how do you like prevent churn? Because like 9.6% churn is a decently high rate for like us, like a subscription SaaS company. Not unexpected given like you have like a whole group of things. But like, how do you keep people, like, what's the thing that makes it so much better than say, like, I'm going to go buy something individually. I'm going to go over to Product Hunt and search for the thing that's going to help me solve my specific problem. Like, why is this approach like stronger for a startup that's like trying to like get the tools that they need to be successful?
All right. So the first part of the question would be in terms of the churn rate. Basically, some of the product are still also startups, so they do not provide some of these features that they are, and customers get turned off, and this also impacts our indirectly as a marketplace. And the second thing is about more on innovating, and we need to provide more features in terms of simplifying our product. So we actually get customers mainly from Reddit and see what are their problems of our customers, and then find a solution of what existing on our product marketplace and provide those solutions to them. The only key difference here will be the discount that we can give back to the customers as a saving. Okay, answer your question.
Quick question. When you mentioned niche businesses or niche, is it niche verticals or niche like unique products and brands?
Niche will be a specific features rather than a large organization. For example, like Trello, who have a lot of features in their portfolio. This will be a very specific features products.
Okay, I'm on the same page as Ben. Like I've seen a number of very similar. I think actually in round one of pitch competition, there was another one very similar as well too. The differentiator that I feel needs to be is there. It like someone it'll succeed, but like there needs to be one for services, like local services, one for products, one. It appears yours is very software related. So I imagine is that the niche?
Yes, and actually that's the direction of the MVP is going to it at the moment. It'll be more towards the SaaS, startup SaaS, or targeting for startups and freelancers.
Gotcha.
Great.
Mr. Time, can I ask one more quick question? Have you considered pushing discounts and promotions, letting brands push it through the app?
Pushing discounts.
For example, like right now, like I saw Trello on there. Trello probably pays $30 or $40 to acquire a customer on Instagram, Facebook, wherever else. Rather than spending the money to acquire them on an ad platform, they could push a credit through your platform so customers could log in and see all the offers from brands. And it's still a customer acquisition cost to the brand, but instead of giving the money to Google, they're giving the money to the customer.
So yeah, that's the one of it we are looking at. It was the virtual credit card and debit card, where we can provide you and get you immediate rebates as part of the loyalty package that we can offer.
Great.
Awesome.
Thank you, judges. Shakir, thank you. And thanks for either waking up early or staying up late. Appreciate it.
Which one was it? You stay up late or wake up early? He's gone. Probably both. Well, it's both now at this point.
We're reaching the end of our pitch competition round 2 with our 10 semifinalists here, deciding the fate of these folks and selecting 2 to be on stage in Dallas Sub Summit on September 21st.
It's coming up. We are less than 2 months away. If we should remind us about that because all the planning that's happening, but we're very excited. And if
Lauren to put that promo code in our chat again and just kind of put that out there because it's a great opportunity to get those tickets at a promotional rate.
All right, let's get to the last one. Chris, you ready?
I am ready. Jacob, are you ready?
Yes.
Very ready. Thanks for waiting until the very end.
Of course, of course. At least it's not 5 a.m. here.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so I'll go ahead and turn my screen off and you can take it away when you are ready.
All righty. Hi, I'm Jacob. I just graduated from college last month, and I've been selling books online from my garage since I was 15. As you can see, it gets pretty chilly in there during Maine winters. I found that consumer demand is the highest for children's books, but I learned in college that there's a glaring problem with the children's book industry. Kids' books today simply don't look like the kids who are reading them. There was a giant unmet need for representative books. And sent home from school last March, back in my childhood bedroom, I wanted to do something about it. So I took my COVID housing refund and started the Equal Opportunity Book Box. Each of the stories included in our monthly box features a character of color, a LGBTQ plus character, and or a disabled character. So how'd this go from an idea to a business? Well, we employed an aggressive influencer marketing and social media strategy. Our primary source of customers has been word of mouth and social sharing, and we focused on building community to keep those customers around. The EOBB has been shared widely, including on everyone's new favorite platform, TikTok. We identified a need for the product in this market, and the customers have followed. We've heard from so many folks, both people who have kids who are underrepresented and people who have kids who are overrepresented, that the book box has helped to teach their kids values of inclusivity and kindness. In just our first year in business, we were honored to be featured as one of 20 children's products in the 2020 New York Times Holiday Gift Guide. And we've also been awarded as one of the best book subscription boxes by several leading outlets, including CNET, Pop Sugar, and Esquire. Our churn rate is below the industry average, and our LTV to CAC ratio is also extremely favorable, meaning we're poised to grow quickly. In fact, in just our first 13 months, we've generated over $380,000 in sales, with thousands of happy customers. For every book we sell, we donate one book to an underserved child through our nonprofit partnership. And to date, we've donated over 27,000 books to these kids. Our team is poised to take the box to the next level, and we're hiring for 3 additional roles in the immediate future. Thanks for listening, and I'm happy to take your questions.
Fantastic. Judges.
Jacob, congratulations on actually impressive success in such a short time. I am curious, how do you source your authors? Or were these books and titles already in circulation, but there wasn't enough visibility to it? It takes time for somebody to come up with the literature and books and publishing it. So I'm just curious, how did that work for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So having a bit of a history in the book distribution space myself, I knew sort of what the landscape was like. We rely about 50-50 on book wholesalers and book publishers to buy these books in bulk that they have already published. And we're actually rolling out something new in the next few months, our book selection council that will help us select the individual books every month. And it'll be made up of elementary school librarians and educators who educate diverse populations to help us select the specific books that go into the box.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was my question. That was my question too. I was wondering about the screening of these products because, you know, I'm thinking about the Dr. Seuss issue, you know, and how books of a certain generation don't necessarily translate all that well to the current ones. So some screening process would have to be necessary, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, I think, so it's going to be 2 elementary school librarians, 2 elementary school teachers, and then a diversity professional and a literacy professional will make up the council.
2 questions. One, I think I saw a Northwestern logo. Are you a Northwestern alum?
I am, yes.
Yeah, I'm Northwestern 08. Yeah, I started the entrepreneurship student group over at Northwestern back in the day. My real question, the same question as I think like some others. You have an age out problem, which is over time as children age, obviously they don't need the same kind of books. How do you, and then like you would churn those customers. How do you think about like expanding over time, and how would you like, you know, one, as children get older, is there a way to expand them, or is that okay that like they eventually get like too old for like, you know, these books and like the books that you could offer?
Yeah, that's actually the very next thing on our roadmap as we scale, is to expand our age range. So we started with our MVP, which was ages 2 to 6, and we got a lot of feedback and churn because it wasn't age specific enough. So we recently expanded to 2 age groups, ages 0 to 2 and 3 to 7. And then our next move is to expand to ages 8 to 12 to further reduce churn and kind of increase that customer or hypothetical customer lifetime for 12 years.
Quick question on that. I was on the site earlier and is there, or maybe I missed it, but there wasn't an option to just subscribe. It was all prepaid. So I think you had 3 months, 6 months, 12 month. Is there an option to stay subscribed forever, or is it?
Yeah. So there's we have 1 month, 3 months, right? So it's 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months. So the longer ones are prepaid and you get a discount, but those automatically renew as well. So they're all subscriptions. It's just the discount that you get.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I got it. The word prepay made me assume I'm prepaying for 6 months, and it's after 6 months it ends.
Right.
But
no,
they all.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I got you. So it would renew after 6 months.
Exactly.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm surprised Jaden just asked this. I'm wondering with connections with events, if you guys will have any sort of book readings or anything like that, that you guys could expand out to for additional, you know, value plus here.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask everyone that, Jessica.
I was expecting. Yeah. That's absolutely in our plans. So we have a Facebook group of about 500 folks who are subscribers or used to be subscribers, and we've been pushing content there, but we really want to expand our reach to do just that, to do Zoom read alouds with authors of the books that we include. So we've already had a lot of interest in reaching out to those authors, both for doing live read alouds and also guest blog posts and guest content with them. So sort of partnering with these authors to help spread their message. A lot of underrepresented authors too, who typically don't get as much exposure, and sort of partnering with them to improve our virtual content push as well.
Great questions. Great answers, Jacob. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate your mission of your company as well. Judges, thank you for giving all of your time. We know 2 hours is not easy to come by in a week, so we really appreciate it. Pictures as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. And special thank you to our sponsors of the pitch competition, Pitney Bowes and Shady. Pass along our many thanks to everybody there at the organization. Without Pitney Bowes, we wouldn't be able to offer this amazing prize package. We take those sponsorship dollars, we put them in a really big basket here at our Subta office, and then we give them back to the pitch competition participants.
Yes.
It's a huge basket.
And we'll be announcing the winners from this semifinalists, the 2 winners going to Sub Summit on August 3rd at 2 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. We'll put out some promotions for that. You'll see that. It's very exciting. And thank you. We're going to send you off with a video about Sub Summit. Everybody, thank you for your time, judges, and enjoy our amazing Sub Summit video.
Thanks for being here.